Clinical trials are studies designed to assess new drugs or new therapies in a safe and impartial manner. One of the most difficult aspects of running a trial is ensuring enough patients take part to make the results statistically reliable. Patient recruitment is especially difficult in rare disease clinical trials, where there are smaller patient populations. The best way to minimize this difficulty is for patient groups to be involved as early as possible. Patient groups play a key role in 4 aspects to patient recruitment: ethical trial design, identifying patients, supporting informed consent, and patient motivation. To recruit patients, the first step is to design a good clinical trial. Clinical trials depend on numerous and accurate tests. However, if there are too many tests or they are too invasive, patients can be put off and quit. Patient groups can help here by advising on acceptable levels of clinical demand on patients and keeping the patient voice present at all levels of clinical trial design. Once the trial is designed, the next step is to identify patients to take part. Patient groups are best placed to reach out to patients as they do not represent corporate interests. As rare disease patients primarily find their health information online, it is crucial to have a good website which contains up-to-date information about medical research, as well as a clear presence on social media channels. Patient groups can also raise awareness among the medical profession by attending medical conferences and mailing GPs to make sure when patients are diagnosed they are directed to the trials. The next challenge is recruiting the identified patient to the trial. Patients must be provided with unbiased information presenting the benefits and risks of signing on in order to give informed consent to the trial. Again, patient groups can play a crucial role here in preparing patients with accurate information, removing corporate biases. Once you have recruited a large enough number of patients for clinical trials to move ahead, the next step is making sure they remain motivated to return for what may be several years of clinical testing. The ideal solution is regular contact with patients, something a patient group can more easily provide. Building on those relationships can ensure that patients are given active support throughout clinical trials and therefore are more likely to see the research to its conclusion. Sign up to our free online portal for more information on identifying and recruiting patients.